Let me walk you through a year of hardcore pike fishing where I will cover each month in terms of tactics, lure choices and behavioral patterns. During summer, some months are too hot to fish responsibly for pike, and we will cover this in this video as well. Most of the fishing last year has been done in the Netherlands, except for June, where we did another outdoor expedition in Sweden. As always, if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. With that being said, enjoy the video, guys. Oh, fucking hell.
This is a nice fish. Wow.
After the Predator tour, it was time to depart for Sweden with Frans. I still had some complications with my leg due to the incident earlier this year. Walking was painful and I was on a heavy doses of painkillers to get me through the days. Combined with the extreme heat and a slight handicap in regards to the boat's trolling capabilities, that didn't stop us from heading towards Sweden. Colder than the Netherlands in June, most of the time. Temperatures were heating up also in Sweden this time, so we had to be creative. Fish lakes that hold big reserves of deep and dusk cold water. Our game plan was the same: camp, fish, sleep and repeat. For casting we would focus on the rocky structures and grass in the bays, something that was definitely productive.
Such a nice take. They seem to be on the outside of the weed pads. Look at this buddy, it got a pimple.
We had a jumping pike and I saw my shed or pieces of it flying through the air. We say in Dutch, dag shed. Oh.
The flies are killing us. Super cool.
Buddy.
What a brutal take, dude. I think we intended to do some casting and mix it up with some trolling, but so far the casting has been really good. I do notice that the fish has moved a bit deeper since the wind has kicked in. I think the pike really like the sunlight somehow. We found a lot of spots that were like quite cold for this time of year. So I think they like the warmth of the rocks. But once the wind starts kicking in, the colder water gets mixed with the warmer surface water. And I think that moved them a bit deeper than we found them this afternoon.
Now, we definitely did our fair share of big bait trolling on the big lake in Sweden, but also moving out towards the inner lakes. Those inner lakes are magical. They hold dark pike with golden dots, but they are a bit harder to fish. Mostly involves trolling above deep, clear water. As mentioned before, our trolling setup was a bit scuffed, with a lot of dampening in the rod holders and the whole setup to place the rods on the side of this boat that we could happily borrow from Elite
Today
Boats.
we're going all in on the 40 centimeter trouts.
But it was far from ideal. And then when fish start to attack your paravents, yeah, not good. But we had some amazing dark golden fish nonetheless.
We hooked into what hopefully is a dark giant, but she did take a lot of line. Oh, come on. We've been struggling so hard, like fucking hell.
There she is.
Oh, it's a really nice fish, dude. Whoa. Oh. Woo. What a fish, buddy.
Due to the heat during the day, we also switched towards fishing in the dark, and for this we are using a live transducer, in this case the Humminbird Mega Live. We Always thought that pike were visual hunters and that fishing in the dark would make no sense, but it seems that during this short window in June, like you're talking about 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the night, towards like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, so a window of 3 to 4 hours, the fish are very active and you can find a lot of big fish, but they don't always stick.
Nice. They're lost. I don't know what to say. Freaking huge fish. I set the hook slightly off. Hang on. This is a nice one. Oh no, let's go. Fuck. Oh, damn it. Shit. What a fat surprise. We had some struggles, buddy. Wow.
Fucking struggle, man.
What a struggle. It's good that you saw it. It was relatively shallow.
Yeah.
You had to follow it. It was swimming a little bit. Really nice job, man.
On the console, I did it.
On the console. Yeah, yeah.
After our return from Sweden, summer arrived and it's often spent waiting for temperatures to be low enough to fish for pike. If not, there are plenty alternatives like perch or zander, either in urban areas or on some of the more bigger and more famous lakes. The water temperature during summer is always a big and hot topic, and there's not really a clear black and white line of what water temperature is a critical level to fish or not to fish for pike. I try to avoid fishing for pike personally above 21 degrees on water without any current, while 22 degrees is for me kind of the threshold on water systems like rivers and lakes connected to these rivers. As long as there's oxygen flowing, I think the issue is less of a thing compared to still waters. As always, short handling time is key, heavy tackle, short fights and fast releases. So we are gonna drift close to the deeper water. There's a nice drop off where the wind is pushing on. It's not really pushing directly on it, but it's really nice drift and pushes a lot of oxygen in the water combined with the overcast, which is a blessing after these summer weeks. Water temperature has gone down, which is pretty nice, and I am going to fish with the curly now. And for those wondering, I'm playing around with a new rod from Savage, which I can't tell anything about, but I do really like it. So that's gonna be an update for later on. Now we're just gonna drift and see if we can find some pike in the grass or on the edge towards the deeper water. See if we can fish. See if we can find some fish. Before we continue, let me tell you about the option to become a channel member. Just for a couple of bucks a month, you can get access to rigging tutorials, member exclusive content, or a WhatsApp group with fanatic anglers across Europe. But it isn't for everyone because it can be very active and chaotic. Discount on several brands like Leech, Azox Inc., Rebel Cell, Mel's Lures and others. And of course, you support our work. More info down below, and let's continue with the video.
Well, I'm really glad that the cormorants are an endangered species in the Netherlands because we got so few of them. Hey. Ah. De beste trout alweer. Fucking hell. Staart eraf. Nee. Oh. Yo, dikke.
Some days the fish weren't on the shallows or on the edges towards the shallows, so we had to find them on deeper water. And trolling is an excellent tactic during summer.
Look at how pale this one is.
Whoa, shit!
Wow.
What a nice croak. We are using big baits again, targeting big pike on a clear water lake. It is a tough lake, but it holds some really nice fish.
So Frans and I are trying to catch a giant on one of the harder lakes in the Netherlands. We have been really successful with the 40 centimeter trouts in the past, and now the new albino beast is out. That was a weird take. We saw a big Hercules military airplane coming over, and then we hit a shallow spot. We needed to lift one of the deeper running rods up, and then Frans noticed quickly that we had a good take, but the result is a bit disappointing because I think it's one of the smallest fish that we're gonna catch today. I want to sound really spoiled, but this size. It's usually like 1/3 of the pikes that we normally catch on a lake like this. Oh!
Wow.
Well, it is the first one. And it's the only one with the waterwolf camera equipped. I'm not gonna risk it. Whoa. Bye-bye.
I say, hold up, got my glizzy, bang, bang.
That is fish number 2. It took a while. We missed one really good one. And then I think on the same drop-off, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We got another hit. It seems like the bait that is running the deepest is producing the most takes. They are strong. Feisty fuckers. It's a new 300 gram rod from Savage, so look at the bend I'm pulling in. Long and hard for this one. And also on the rod holder with a tie wrap. I can't even neck her, like. Wow. That is a solid fish. Need to check how the trebles are because we are working with a free treble system and it is a bit gnarly. Oh yeah, that will be fine. Okay. Get it back quickly, buddy. Nice, we're not going to measure her. Yes! Quick release. She got me with her gills though. But that's all in the game.
The carpet of the boat is still wet. Whoa. Oh, it's not a big one. But nice. Also on the 40 ms. Wow. Look at how pale this one is. Whoa, shit. Look at the taking line. What the hell? Jan mentioned that he was fishing really deep, so I just attached a little. Hey. Yo. Oh, this one is off. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Wow. Pale fish. A bit different to the one you caught. In exactly the same water. That's the beauty of pike fishing, I guess. Really beefy fish. It's not even a really big monster or something like that, but they're so strong.
Go to Gulag. Time to patch myself up with the limp kit. It's not as dramatic as this, but still. It's nice to put some band-aid on, because especially this one's just pulling it over the entire time.
Yo. Op deze. Ja. Vissen hebben we.
Ja.
Dit gaat wel interessant.
Ja.
Deze is, en hij is onthaakt. Sean just had this really nice fish. We're not really that kind of guys that put every fish in the net. Netted this fish. The trebles just fell out and she was in the net, so it was one lucky shot.
Jeez, what a way to end the day. 120 centimeters at sunset. Just fucking awesome.
Nice croak. 32 brim.
Yeah.
Solid fish. Let's get some quick photos and get her back.
Fuck yeah. We came for one fish.
Such a fast release. Oh dude, what an evening. I think that was the final fish. We had it on a 32 centimeter brim. I've been a bit unlucky with that bait for quite some time. Missed a lot of fish during the Predator tour in the final day where we really needed to get that pike. Casting just before the accident happened, I missed multiple big fish on it. But now the first 1.20 m on the 32 centimeter brim, so that's quite a relief and a really cool fish. Sun is setting. Don't think we're gonna do night trolling today. 3 really good fish, some smaller ones. We missed a couple, but all in the game. Really happy with the result.
August finally brought some rainy days, and even though we expected the bigger northern pike to seek out the shallow grassy areas with the lower water temperature, we found them deep once again, between 4 and 8 meters deep. Big lures to lure them from the deeper water worked really well, like this old warrior that Sven caught on the Viper 40. It had a broken gill raker that has been damaged for a while, it seems, due to the dark color, but it was still in really good shape. Later in August, the heat returned again, and that forced us to be a little bit more creative, and thus we did some urban fishing in the main city of the Netherlands, Amsterdam, searching in the canals for zander and perch. In Amsterdam, there's never a dull moment. The crazy shit you see going on in the city while fishing, you never know what you can expect. Different from the nature and lush areas where you usually fish, being out on the water with hardly any people around you, but fun for a couple of times a year. We also needed to practice for YPC boat and lure masters, so we targeted perch on, as you can tell, Volkerak green slush, not ideal pike conditions, and we caught a lot of pike on small perch size lures. Also, the build of my new boat was fully underway. I've been using this boat for 6 months now at the time of this recording, and I'll be doing a full review on the channel, the good and the bad, which will drop on the channel in a couple of weeks. In preparation for YPC boat, we focused on fishing the shallows with small chatterbaits, twitch baits, and also some of the deeper water, fishing for perch, zander, and the occasional asp. Normally the shallow water fishing above the grass for pike in September is awesome, but due to the high water temperatures and the heavy wind, it wasn't picking up as it normally did.
We've been having a lot of sunshine, very little wind lately, and right now, as Sean said, this is choppy. This is big pike weather, so there's no excuse for us not to do this type of fishing, because we know this can really result in a really big fish, and that's what we're after.
Holy fucking shit.
Bite?
That was a giant. Jeez.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. It followed me, but it stayed like a half a meter underneath the bait. And I saw just a big white shade, and it just then it darted off, and it was they're here, man.
Yeah. How big was it, you think?
110 easily. 110 easily.
As I just mentioned, they're here, just following huge fish. So. Come on.
Oh, yo! Bam!
Yes, buddy! They are here!
Let's go!
Oh, my man!
Woo! On your bait, buddy.
Oh, you wrecking my bait?
Yeah, I'm wrecking your bait, dude.
Oh, man.
Here she goes, here she goes.
Nope. Yes!
Ah!
My man, come here, man!
Woo!
Oh, yes!
Oh, that
man.
take, dude.
Look at the size of that fish.
Damn, and it wasn't even the one that followed.
No, they're here. We know.
Whew. Nice.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
Heart rate like 250, like bam.
That's the one we're after. So everyone's saying 32 centimeters a big bait, but look at the size of that fish. Right now, 32 is quite small.
Nice. Yes. That's what we're after, man. We need a couple more like these. Yes.
Boom.
Let's get some quick measurements.
110.
Yeah, 110.
Yeah, man.
That's what we're after.
1 meter 10.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Ah, fuck yeah. That's the thing with the big bait fishing, like you got hours and hours of not getting a single take, but yes.
My man.
Let's go.
He does it again.
Sean und Hycho hatten diesen Fisch quasi mit dem...
After the intense weeks of YPC boat and lure masters, it was finally time to fish for our own, so to speak, for northern pike on lakes where the water temperature was finally dropping down quite nicely. And fishing above the grass in October is a very good technique. You can do this either casting and trolling, and we like to use big swim baits above the grass as the fish are slowly starting to feed again with the decline in water temperature and the reduced daylight throughout the day. If you cannot find enough fish on the shallows between the grass, you can always find them on the drop-off close towards the grassy shallows. The fish will stand there between 4 and 6 meters often, either close to schools of bait fish or on the drop-off waiting for bait fish to migrate from the shallows towards the deeper water. A good tactic is to cast big baits on the drop-off or between the schools close towards the drop-off. And again, we like to use big swim baits or big soft baits like the new whitefish set from Savage or the Scout Shed 27.
Jongen, niet normaal. Whoa, we got what you came for, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna need the net on that one. Oh, dude. Oh.
bucket.
Insane.
The magic 32 centimeter roach. Really love this brim color. I think it's called the horny brim, but as you can see, it's ready to spawn.
That's why it's horny.
Yeah, it's super horny, and the pike are horny for it as well. So, all right.
Amazing fish, buddy.
Oh, I'm so happy with this one. We'll get some measurements first, then we weigh her a bit. 1 meter and 22.
Yeah. Nice. Sean, monster bite with a reason. Oh, insane.
This is a nice fish. 32 centimeter brim is nothing for a fish like this. And she's really heavy too, so let's get some weight on her as well. Let's release the beast. Perfect release, man. I'm absolutely in love with this bait. I remember that I got the first prototypes of the moderate sinks from Matt's and started fishing them and completely wrecked. We only had 2 of them in the blue roach color. We now got a rod in our selection that can handle these baits. Autumn is definitely here. Temperatures have been dropping and rain and wind are abundant. It is time to hit the big lake and see if we can catch a couple of big fish and giant baits. Today we focus on a clear water lake with lack of structure, a lot of deep areas, but we do try to find the bait fish, and we did find them eventually. Around 8 to 10 meters deep, but we present our bait at like 4.5 tops. The fish on this clear water will definitely come up. Head shakes. Seriously big fish. Hebben we hulp nodig met jouw steuning? That's a really nice fish, dude. What a beautiful, beautiful fish, dude. Nice.
Some good fish though.
Big catch.
Yes. Big fish. Yeah.
Really romp here.
Big
Nice, dude.
It's one of those days, guys.
Not many takes.
Not many takes, but the ones we got, they're good fish. We already parked down a beautiful big viper, including a water wolf. Right now I took my rod, and next to that I threw the rod holder right into the water.
Yeah, it used to be over there somewhere, but yeah, it's gone.
So we already have 2 beautiful waypoints.
I think we need to send the diving team over here.
Oh man.
Want me to slow it down?
Nah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is on the 40 centimeter trout, or?
Yeah, 40 centimeter trout.
On the brook, or?
Yeah, brookish. You got all 3 predators.
Nice.
Nice. So not many takes today, but yeah, 2 bites, 2 meter plus. Yes. Nice. As I said before, I dropped the rod holder right into the water. Amateur. So I just had to hold the rod in my hands the whole time. Boom! And I think we got meter fish number 3 over here. Again on the brook trout.
Fucking staart is er allemaal afgerukt.
Wat zeg je? Jezus. Beautiful fish again.
Well done, sir.
Nice, nice. Nice.
Shall we retrieve my 2?
Oops. It's quite an expensive day today, isn't it? Whoops.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Smallest of the bunch. And we're targeting, I think we cracked the code today. We're targeting a drop off between 6 and 10 meters. It seems every time we hit the drop off, we are getting the takes. So hopefully we can capitalize on that and get some big fish as well. I mean, we're super spoiled today with 3 meter plus pike, but we do want to get something bigger today. Classic.
Hier zit die angel ja, op de Viper. Zo. Daarachter.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, when you get your trout back like this, just putting out the baits again, and we're hitting that drop off again between 6, 7 and 10. Needed to put a new trout on because my favorite brook trout has been, I don't know if decapitated is the right word, but at least it died in combat. Gestorven in het harnas, as we say in Dutch. This is one of my favorites too, so I asked Hugo kindly not to wreck this one, but statistically, I mean, we dropped the Viper on the bottom, a water wolf on the bottom, a rod holder on the bottom, tail sliced of the 40 centimeter trout. It's an expensive day so far, but yeah, we're getting the take, so it doesn't matter in the end.
This one's still working, isn't it?
Still, yeah,
Still holding on.
yeah, just stay alive.
Wait until the next bite.
Stay alive.
T-bone, like niks.
November seems to be the new October and we see a decent decline in temperature. Baitfish is gathering around at the 4 to 8 meter zone and big schools are visible on the sonar, especially when you're using side imaging. These big schools of baitfish are so easy to spot, especially brim cast a large return on these sonar systems. Baits that run a little deeper, like the moderate sink 40 cm trout or the 32 cm Rhodes moderate sink, are our weapon of choice to fish a little closer to the big pike lurking below these big schools of brim, roach and perch. We tried to slow it down a little, more to 2.7 to 3 kilometers an hour, and focus on the zones in and around these schools of baitfish. Other bait choices are the Maximus and the Viper 40. The last one we like to weigh down a little just to get it slightly deeper, especially when we use it in the rod holder so we can fish closer to the boat and don't have to put a ton of line out. If you have questions about the running depth of your lures, we made a video about that a while ago and I will link it down below in the description.
Yo, hang on. Viper, die Viper. Zo. Wat? Ja, zwaar. Zo. Ja, van boven naar beneden. Ja, dat is zwaar.
Besides fishing on the lakes in the southwestern part of the country and the middle part, we also focused on the eastern side, where there are a lot of river lakes with kinda tough fishing, but the reward can be very big. And not without any success, though this fish, it was the only take of the day, and frustratingly enough I picked up some mussels on the trebles and couldn't set the hook successfully on this behemoth. Just nailed the Viper 40 and got a free pass. November was also spent guiding, and even though the weather was horrible at some days, we had great success catching many big and heavy fish that were bulking up for the coming winter. And the coming winter also means that we will focus a bit more on night fishing, usually extending our fishing day for a couple more hours, venturing into the dark, using a live sonar and targeting those big fish lurking around the big schools of baitfish. A game that is fun, not my favorite, but I like the possibility of targeting these fish specifically in the darker hours of the day. It feels like a bonus, if you know what I mean. In December the cold just didn't appear. It was wind, rain and quite mild conditions actually, but it turned a lot of the lakes into a muddy mess, and thus we had to resort to typical shore fishing, and I must say it was a lot of fun exploring these urban waters again.
Yo, fish. Hoi! Yo! Got it. Nice, dude. Let's see. That is a fat pike. Oh, look at that deviator. And the belly on that thing too. Wow. I'm just gonna snap every single treble off.
In December it was super difficult to find clear water, so we resorted to fishing on deep, clear water river lakes where the current and the rainfall didn't have as much impact, and we had the chance of catching a giant, and that is what we did. We went all in on those big fish. One final push in 2023.
Ik wil niet weten hoeveel. Ja. Anker?
Ja.
Een fucking anker. Een trailerslot. Als anker gebruikt.
Tof.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
On the wiper. And on the water wolf.
Nice. A bit more murky here, but
Using the trolling engine now. You could opt for using the trolling engine in combination with the petrol engine for direct steering, especially when you're using a tiller. You can steer a bit more directly, and then you can use your trolling engine to slow down the boat in general, because especially in these modern eras with more and more horsepower behind the boat, yeah, usually you go way too fast to get the desired speed. So one way you could do it is just put the trolling engine in reverse. But now we are going that slow, 2 kilometers, 1.8, 1.9. So we switch fully towards the trolling engine. It's also a bit more relaxing. Like you don't have to sit in, well, you don't have any fumes with a 4-stroke. But it's definitely more relaxing when you don't have to hear the engine roar in the back. And when you sit in the front, it's not really an issue. But when you sit in the back, I mean, it doesn't really bother you that much. But you do notice it once you switch the petrol engine off. Yeah.
Yeah. And like economically,
Yeah.
I was noticing that we were going 5.5, 5 on the iPilot, and I was going forward with the petrol engine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then we just had that fish, and it was an autopilot 5.5 on this remote, but forward. And we were going exactly the same speed as with the petrol engine.
That's the difference when trolling in summer, because then you want to get like 3.5, 3 kilometers, and then you need to crank it up like towards 8 or something like that on the trolling engine.
Yeah.
And then it's in terms of battery efficiency, it's not the most ideal way. I like to troll fully electric, like having that as main propulsion, but then I have my petrol engine as standby in the back because it's recharging the battery in the front. But yeah. In days like this, it's way nicer to go full electric and just switch off the petrol engine. Yeah.
Having a big rebel cell on board is like
Yeah.
back in the old days you had these lead acid batteries, and you would start losing power with the electric engine,
Yes.
like 4 or 5 hours, and you had to switch to a new battery.
Switch towards the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What depth are you now?
We're now at 15.
Ah.
But looking at the shoreline, the talud.
Yeah, the drop off, the
drop-off.
water level has risen a lot, so it's really hard to fish exact over the drop off because
Yeah.
the map isn't as it normally is. So yeah.
And I think the drop off is very steep, but I can
Yeah.
see like garbage bins and fences sticking out of the water. So.
Trees are submerged. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the cormorants over there on the pocket there. They found a dry spot as well.
Chilling out.
They're
there
not.
you go.
Yeah, the water is quite clear, and that's why we are trolling really slow, 2 kilometers an hour. Especially in wintertime, you want to give them a bit more time. But we are weighing down our baits. It makes it a lot easier that you don't have to put really, really long lines out, especially now when we're zigzagging over the drop-off and making corners.
when you have a rod on the inner corner and you slow down and you have a really, really long line, it takes so much time to get the tension back on the line, and then it has a lot of time to drop down, and you will hit the bottom, and then you'll get all the, well, you get muscles and stuff on your hooks. And
Big clumps of muscles.
yeah, big clumps of muscles. Those natural hook protectors are not what you want to have. Yeah, it will cost you a big fish or two, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh well, let's pack up the camera because it's raining again. And
Yeah, we've got something for that.
yeah, let's get the umbrellas back up. Whee. Nice. I got mine too. Yeah, you can see the viper over here. Then a big school bait fish under there. And then often you see big fish coming in here and then turning around and either stalking it, often stalking it, like with any bait. It's usually a lot of fish following, and definitely not all take it.
Yeah, you see. Quick, yo. Kom een heel af. Yes. Lekker G.
Van boven die waterwiet.
Ja. 20 meter. Oh, je met die fucking umbrella.
The dude is on fire. Sorry, it's raining a bit hard, but I'm gonna keep you dry, buddy. I'm your personal assistant today.
I'm gonna keep you dry.
Ooh, nice. Another big viper ear.
It's a smaller fish, but it's like a copy of the last one, how it took it.
It's rear treble.
The rear treble again. Don't lose it, Frans.
Only France.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh no.
Bye-bye. Yeah, it was a nice fish.
It was a nice fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh well.
Wow, this one was over really deep water.
Yeah, above really deep water. A real true pelagic fish. Viper 40 comes in different colors. It weighs 585 gram and it's 40 centimeters long. We like to rig it a bit different than the standard rig with two big trebles. I like to put three trebles. I like to put 3 trebles on it, a big 4-0 on the belly, and then a 3-0 and a 2-0 in the back. So 3-0 here, 2-0 over there. The Viper 40 runs up towards like 1 kilometer an hour, so a super bait to fish above deep water with a very slow presentation. On itself, you can reach like 4 or 5 meters of depth, but if you want to make it go a bit deeper, you might want to add some extra weight. Put 36 gram extra on it. Maybe add a bit more if you want to have it in the cone of the live transducer. But 36 gram would make you run close to 6-7 meters of depth. Perfect. I wouldn't go any much deeper than this. Currently the water temperature is still relatively high. But if you want to go deeper, that's what you can obviously add extra weight. It is 9 degrees or something outside. So it makes it a bit more comfortable than the normal winters that we are used to in the Netherlands, even though we are not complaining compared to the conditions that some people have to face in Sweden. But it's not cold, but usually it is. But the water temperature has dropped down. But on this particular lake system, the water temperature is still around 7 degrees, so unusually high. We are trawling with big baits slowly above deep water. This is one of the few places that we found where the water is really clear. When you enter this lake system, you can really obviously see the difference between the murky water and the clear water. And the theory is, for today at least, is that the pike are migrating into this water system, following the bait fish, seeking out these calm and clear conditions and just ride out the winter. Especially with the high water now, because the water levels in the Netherlands it's just crazy high. There has been so much rainfall and all the big rivers in Europe, well, most of the big rivers in Europe, they exit in the Netherlands. That results in a really high water level on lakes, rivers, you name it. And it also affects the clarity a lot. And that's why we have been struggling with some casting and trawling on other lakes, because the water is just really murky. And then with a slow presentation up high, the fish just have a hard time noticing the bait, and they're not really willing to waste a lot of energy to come up for a bait they can't really see. Makes it a lot harder, and that's why we are aiming to fish on this one of the few clear water spots that we found. We are using big baits. I'm all in on the Viper 40 today, but you can use curly tails today as well. I don't know if you're using a burbot, Frans?
2 Maximuses and 1 Viper.
Right. Yes, Maximus, Viper, and 2 Maximuses actually.
That's it for this recap of 2023 and our tactics throughout the year. Can't wait to do the tactics and recap for 2024, as it
Looks
already
like
has
there's a
been
filter
some
over this,
epic fish throughout the season. And summer is almost ending, so hardcore pike fishing in the Netherlands will be on very, very soon. Enjoy summer while it lasts. Hopefully these tactics will help you guys out. Stay tuned for the next video and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!